Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba, thank you for joining me. Let's play some more of our Bob's Mods and More campaign in Factorio. Okay, what do you say we go ahead and we start to get power being taken care of automatically and start moving away from needing to provide fuel to a lot of our smelting area. I think the first thing we want to do is get some fuel coming down this way. It's not going to require a huge amount, let's just do like one for now would probably be enough. But plenty of belts, so it's easy to get this belted down here. Let's hold off on research for just a moment. Let's get some regular inserters. We could use burner inserters here. There's really nothing wrong with them, but we've got 5 of those so far. We need another 9. So we'll go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bob's Mods, the ratio is still 14 to... Well, it's initially 14. It does change later on. We'll talk about that when we start to get the upgraded boilers. Alright, that should help out with fuel. Let's go ahead and research, queue up some more stuff. Okay, we're going to want to get probably some of this other stuff. So we need, like, number 1, electronic assembly machines. Automation 2, we need long inserters, we need long-handed burner inserters, we need basically all this stuff. Oops, I added some stuff that required green. We're going to do electronic assembly machine, which we'll take a look at here. So electronic assembly machine, this is unique to Bob's Mods. This allows you to have a 2x2 entity that's far, far more efficient at making just electronics components. So I'm just going to queue up all this stuff for now, keep our science lab working. But we're not going to pay a huge amount of attention to it. Seems like I missed a step, huh? There's a little bit of steel. Can we get our armor yet? We need more copper. Lots of transport belt. Lots of iron. What do we need? What's slowing us down right now from getting green science going? Well, we need to get some tin. We need to get some lead. I think we need to gravitate, get done with this manually carrying around fuel stuff. Start with that, and then we will hold back half of each one. Let's go ahead and get some copper on a belt. Need some wood. I'd like to very quickly, can we, well, the larger of electric poles requires steel, so that requires green research. But I don't want to have to use wooden electrical poles for very long, because the wood is too valuable for making circuits. I think for now we're just going to bring this stuff up toward our base. Get a little bit closer. We'll decide where we want to, like, smelt it a little bit later. For now, it's just about getting some of it over here. I don't have to keep going to get it. Alright, so we had 2 electric mining drills. Let's set up a little, just a 4-way spot here. We'll still manually fuel these ones for now. I just got done saying, oh, we gotta stop manually fueling things. Hey, you know what? At least it's gonna be up here and not super far away, right? Am I right or am I right? I'm right. You know I'm right. Alright, you're lacking copper. You need some more copper. Could be seeing some copper come up. There it is. So for now, we'll get this stuff in there. And then I think we're going to hop it down out of these again. Have it just head up to here. That'll help us to automate these things here. Hopefully the factory's not already starting to look like a bunch of spaghetti. That's not my goal. Oh, you know what? There was one other thing I wanted to start automating. I wanted to have bullets being made. Yeah, this is too much steel. Just don't have a use for it just yet. So, let's just have this guy make an iron. And that iron is going to go directly into bullet production. Alright, what else do we want to work on? Well, if we had some more copper, we could make our armor. I think I'm going to steal all this for now. I'd like to get it. You know, the first time we run into a bad guy, it's going to tear us apart, so... I also need to make a better weapon, which again requires more copper. Okay, get a little bit of ammo coming in. You know what I think I'd also like to do is get a radar, an RSO radar, so we can get some scanning going. Just one. I'm trying to be a little bit minimalistic today because I don't want to, you know, there's bad guys out there. Bad guys, yo. I have plenty of wood actually stored up here, so I might not need to put all of it there. Let's turn it into electrical poles instead. Okay, so we'll throw a radar, like, oh, I don't know, maybe over here, just out of the way. He'll get to work on scanning things down for us. Okay, if we had some more copper here, then we could have some science going. That's where I think we need to start to split our resources off. Okay. I think it's time. We have enough, like, infrastructure built already. And I think I can begin trying to make, like, a bigger bus area. We're gonna build a main bus. It's gonna be the style that we end up using. Let's pick up those furnaces. I want to get some walls being made. Let's get a few more. Let's do 2 electric mining drills on wall duty. We also need to get something doing lead, so let's do lead over here for now. That guy, and then we'll do this layout again. Okay, and then you're gonna make walls. Here's how we should do it. Okay, walls go into a chest. Now, the question is there an easy way to fuel both of these? And actually, yeah, if I... Well, no, not really. If I put them one farther apart, we'd only have 2 tiles in between, not enough room for a chest. I could do this. I think we do this. I don't want to have to worry about fueling all of them. Okay, let's get a little bit of fuel. Over there. That'll give us walls. So our little itty bitty tiny spaghetti factory is working. And we have an abundance of iron. That's about it. You know, one thing I did not do is set up something making me gears just directly into my own inventory. For my own use. Okay, so to make this, we need to start working on this next thing, the basic electronic board, right? And the reason why I've kind of postponed trying to go directly to like a big bus area is that you can't even really skip this phase. You've got to do this messy phase where you can't even make blue assembly machines, which are required to make green science, not because of this, but because the inserter requires 3 components and cannot be automated by an assembly machine 1. This can only craft items that require up to 2 ingredients. To use up to 4 ingredients, you need a blue one. So we need to get basic electronic boards. So let's walk through how we do this. Next, we need to make some solder and some basic electronic components. Basic electronic components are tinned copper wire and carbon. Tinned copper wire is tin plate plus copper wire. Tinned copper wire and copper cable, huh? They change it from cable to wire. The other thing we need is this, we don't have the research done yet. There's research in here. One of these things is going to allow us to do, I think it's this one, yes. Chemical processing unlocks carbon, which is going to also use a chemical furnace. So we just need to keep on plowing through these researches. We're actually running into some energy problems right now. So I went a little bit light on the coal for power. We can do up to 5 megawatts with our current setup. This is 10 furnaces. It's 5.1 megawatts. So I think we want to do a little bit more on the coal side here. Let's kind of walk around and make sure that everybody's getting the fuel that they need. Pick up our bullets in case we need them. I also want to make some turrets. Pick up a little bit of lead. And this is definitely one of the spots where I want to put a little bit more fuel. I want to put some fuel here. Got a few pieces of wall. Not bad. To start. I think we shut down the non-automated copper mining now, since we don't want to have to come back down this far again anyway. Let's double it up, though, to make up for the fact that we're losing some production. We're actually going to be increasing production. From, effectively 6 stone furnaces worth of production up to 8 is the plan here. Just in case, you know, this is pretty distant, I think we'll put a turret down here and we'll give it some ammo. Just one turret should be plenty. You could even give it some walls so that it feels safe. Because, you know, it doesn't feel safe otherwise. One thing we could do as well is make some steel tools. I think is a good idea. I want all that lead. I'm going to want to get tin going. That's quartz. Fuel there's pretty low. Okay. And we needed to double up copper here. Handle the incoming new resources. Alright, we were doing these the old-fashioned way. Putting the fuel in them manually. Ugh. That's fine. We're probably doing too much copper production, if anything, right now. Don't have enough gears being made to actually keep this guy going. Let's give him some extra iron. Okay, I need more gears. Keep that iron coming. I think we'll expand power. Doesn't even need to be perfect, but I'm gonna try to make it perfect anyway. It doesn't need to even be there, actually, but oh well. It's actually not gonna line up very well, is it? And I've done this backwards. Alright. Power's at 10 megawatts. Red science is getting done. We need tin. That's the next thing. Come down to the tin mine. And rather than do like local smelting down here, I think we'll just bring the tin up. Alternatively, we could just mine it directly into a chest. For the moment. But no, I think we're going to want to end up belting it anyway. Start like here. I don't think power's going to stay here for very long, so I'm okay with going this way. Put the tin up here nearby. I do apologize for a little bit of the disorganization here, but you know, Bob's Mods is like one of those things where you can't really have a clean Bob's Mods factory. It just doesn't really work. Eventually we'll have one. How's that radar doing? Got quite a lot of water on the map. And I don't think we're going to put this anywhere except for into a chest right now. Because we're actually not going to need to belt it really anywhere. Well, actually, you know what? The tin's going to come up here. And then we're going to immediately turn it into the tinned copper wire, because it's really its only purpose right now. Let's go ahead and just have a machine right here, in fact, making the tinned copper wire. And then we'll have another machine down here. Unfortunately, the ratio is 3 to 2. So if you want to have like a proper ratio, it looks like something like this. Because if you look at the production ratio here, this makes 2 copper cable per half second with 1, and the tinned copper wire takes 3. So you gotta have 3 to 1. I don't think we're gonna do that. I think we're just gonna go 1 to 1, and it's gonna be inefficient, and that's okay. Because we don't need that much of it yet. But I recognize that it's not efficient, just so you know. So you're not freaking out in the comment section. Okay, so we'll get copper. That will become our tinned copper wire. Next thing we need to work on then is our... the other part. The carbon. We also need to do solder. To get solder, we need resin. To make resin, we just need to throw it on an assembly machine. That's actually pretty simple. Once we have the blue circuits being made automatically, then I'm going to kind of kick about and go try to build a bus. But without having those things, it's just really annoying. Okay, this guy's doing what he can. Got our tinned copper wire being made. Let's take that tinned copper wire, and actually there's very few situations where I'm going to need this tinned copper wire myself, so I think we'll go ahead and... You're making how many? 3 tinned wires, so we'll need lots of inserters here. You're going to make for us the basic electronic components, which require tinned copper wire, and will eventually feed in the next step. Just going to be that carbon. What's it going to take for carbon? Research queue. Chemical processing is next up. Well, for now, we did research the ability to make some better electric mining drills, but they require basic electronic boards, so we can't actually use them right now. Right now, we're knocking out large area mining drills, which is also useful, but... they're more efficient. They cause less pollution for the amount of resources that you gain from them. They're both faster and stronger. Better, faster. Whatever that saying is. Alright, chemical processing. Yes, please. Okay, we're up to 10 science labs. We need a little bit more of these, probably. Gear production's kind of faltering a little bit. Okay. Put a turret up here to the north. And a little bit of extra ammo. Make sure we have a turret over here on this side. I think we probably want to get rid of our pistol. Want to make a shotgun if we can. Yep. And now we can do it. Now we can make the carbon. So to make carbon, we need to build a chemical furnace, which requires stone brick. We need to go over here and see if we can steal some of the stone brick as it's coming out. Might not be a horrible idea to keep some of the stone brick for ourselves. We're going to need stone brick for a lot of things, so I think we'll set up just one for now. Making stone brick. But we only need one chemical furnace to get started here. Grab all that lead. It's quite a bit of excess lead, actually. I think I had one more turret. I think I'd like him over here. Okay, just finished air compressors. This allows us to, as you might guess, do stuff with air, gases. Okay, we're still doing totally fine here. All right, let's grab our chemical furnace now. And this is where, again, the initial little bit that you have to do here. We can already make these things. One of the things that we researched, or are about to research, water bore, is going to allow us to make pumps that will pump water out of the ground. But to make those, you need basic electronic boards. So the very first time you try to make these things, you need to start off by using an offshore pump. So we'll do the offshore pump. Right here, we're going to create some carbon. We'll go ahead and bleed a little bit of the coal from over here. That'll just endlessly make carbon. We don't need a huge amount. Let's just make like 200 for now. We'll bring that up to here. We could bust it. We could belt it over. And even though it's going to be spaghetti, I think we might do so. Belt spaghetti. Okay, there's your carbon. That's going to allow us to make some tinned copper wires. These things we pretty much want to make endlessly. We're going to need lots of them. Once we have those tinned copper wires, we're going to want to mix them with the solder and the basic circuit boards to do the other things. So solder plates and resin. The end goal here is we're going to have a machine making these, which is going to require the, well, to actually make some of these darn things, we're going to have to make them by hand at first. But we can't build basic electronic components by hand. So, solder. We need solder plates. This is going to require a metal mixing furnace. Metal mixing furnace is going to require us to take some tin and lead and just mix the two together. And that will allow us to make solder plates. Oh, don't burn my electrical poles, thank you. Let's make a little bit of resin. It's just wood. And now we can make solder, which allows us to make basic electronic boards. Huzzah, we're there. We've arrived. So let's make sure we get this part automated. Let's get green science automated, and then we're going to abandon this nasty spaghetti mess that I've created. So first off, I need a blue level 2 assembling machine. Thank you. And yes, please. Make this part. Now, the next thing is that we can also use electronics assembling machines, which we're definitely going to want to use. They're far superior. Let's just do a quick comparison here. This guy's got a crafting speed of 1, energy consumption of only 100, pollution of 1, compared to a crafting speed that's slower, pollution that's more than double, energy consumption that's higher. It's just worse in every way. So if you're going to do electronics, you want to use the better machine. I also have the capacity to make faster inserters now, so we'll start doing that as well. So, first things first, let's start upgrading these things. Tinned copper wire. Yeah, I need some more of those, please. Okay, we'll go here. You're gonna make the coil, and it's still a bad ratio, but hey, it's gonna be all right. Gonna work a lot faster. This machine, we need one more of these. Can't quite do it because we don't have enough stuff yet. Rats. There we go. We can get rid of you. We'll throw down this other electronics assembly machine. Keep our pollution nice and low. Well, by nice and low, I mean super high. Already. We're going to see some bad guys show up soon, I think. Okay, and you're going to make the basic electronic boards for us. Let's get our input there now instead. And let's use faster inserters where possible. Oh, right, I skipped a step. You're not supposed to be making that. You're supposed to be making these. Okay, if we could get some inserter stack size bonus, that would be swell. Get these things being made a little bit quicker. Can we get another one of these? Yes, we can. Okay, so the next step then. We need to automate now the basic electronic boards, which we're just going to have to get rid of these two. The basic electronic boards now getting their basic electronic components fed in. And we'll give them everything we have. What's stopping us from making more solder right now? Nothing. Good news, everybody. Okay, we'll get that going. Let's get another one of these guys making solder. Actually, we can just give him everything we have for the moment, but we're going to want to have a chest full of this solder plate over there. And resin, which we are not getting automatically. At least we have that thing on the belt. That's helping out. And again, soon now we can get green science being made, which is not going to be too much more work. It's probably about 3 episodes here to automate green science. Not bad. I mean, I probably could have gone faster if I'd, played better. But, Bob's Mod's complicated, man. Bring that lead over here, throw it in there. Should have a little bit of extra tin here. Throw it in there. Grab the solder plate, bring it over here. I could just make the solder plate, right? We could have one of these machines. Let's do this. We give you lead. And so you've got your tin, you've got a lead input. Throw all the lead in there. There's this solder plate. Let's hop it underneath these belts. Just bring it up to here. Spaghetti! There we go. At least that's automated. And then resin. Unfortunately, resin is something that we are just going to have to give it trees. And I don't have very many trees. Until we get oil. And once we have oil, then we can do it. Right. Okay, well, hey, it's a spaghetti factory to begin with, but it's going to change drastically over the next few episodes. So I thank you for joining me, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next episode. See you soon.